Cheapest Madden 17 Ultimate Team coins for any console. Check out mudbank.com for cheap coins, instant delivery, and 100% safe. Use code Zirksee at checkout for a 10% discount on your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin', wobbin'.
What is going on, guys? It is Zirksee coming today with another YouTube video. Today I have things that Madden 18 absolutely needs. This is going to be one of my most in-depth videos, and definitely make sure to hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. And also a shout out to Combine Artworks for making all these graphics for the videos. And we kind of made this list together, and he did most of the list, but I also had some things included in here. So big shout out to him. He also makes my thumbnails. But the first thing that I want to talk about is going to be face scans in Madden 18. Now, this is pretty cool. You know, a lot of people like to use this in MLB. I believe it's in MLB, and also it's in 2K, but for some reason in 2K it's just extremely messed up this year for some reason. But face scans would be really cool in connected franchise, especially with the way that it's going right now. With the way that it looks, it's going to be, you know, like a story mode. And what would be cooler than using a story mode with your actual face? I think that would be pretty sick. Now hopefully if they do this, they don't mess it up like 2K did, and your face doesn't come out looking like completely squished, and I don't even know how to explain what the hell happened with that. But the face scan in 2K is really glitched out, but hopefully they do bring it to Madden, and hopefully it actually does work. And the next thing that I want to talk about is going to be accessories with boosts. Now this would be like a limited time. So say you open a pro pack, instead of getting a mutt gear, you could get yourself a boosted shoe, or maybe a helmet, or some gloves possibly. You put them on, and it would give your players, say, as you can see right here, 4 catch traffic and 4 spec catch. And obviously that would be going on a receiver probably, or a tight end, whoever you choose to put that on. Now it'll probably be something maybe not exactly like that, maybe something like +2 speed and +2 to trucking, and you could put that on, you know, an offensive player, and that'd be really cool. Or on the defensive side, they have, you know, defensive ones like +2 to tackling and +2 to catching, and you can put that on a linebacker, cornerback, safety, whatever you guys want to put that on. Go ahead and add that on now. So it'll only be for a couple of games, probably like 5 games, 6 games, nothing too big. You know, obviously they will probably be pretty rare, but nothing too rare, just something that would be pretty cool to have on just to make an extra addition. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be customizable jerseys and stadiums. This has been a huge talked about thing in Madden for the past couple of years. People really wanted to see this in Madden, and I think it could possibly happen in Madden 18 with the new software engine. This could be pretty cool. Frostbite definitely has the capability of doing this with customizable uniforms and customizable stadiums. This would be really cool, and people want to have their own custom logos, maybe a certain team name on the back. I think this would just be pretty sweet to do in general, and this has been a very wanted thing for the past couple of years. Now the next thing, I've actually heard some talks from Jake Stein about this actually being in Madden 18, but it's nothing confirmed just yet. But in-game challenges with rewards, as you guys can see right here, receive for 75 yards with a single player would give you a boost of 500 coins. Now maybe the coins would be a little bit higher, you know, if you get, they could do a sort of like Connected Franchise has been the past couple of years with the goals on every single drive. They have it say, you know, 70, get 20 rushing yards on this drive, earn 500 XP. How about earn 20 rushing yards on this drive, get 3,000 coins? And obviously they couldn't make it, you know, tons of goals like every single drive. They probably just have it one per game, and it give you, you know, maybe 2,500 coins, 5,000 coins. They can't have coins every single drive, because you could end out the game and you could have maybe 50,000 coins a game, which is just ridiculous, and that would flood the market with coins, which is exactly what EA does now want. But I think this would be pretty cool to have in-game objectives, you know, just like one a game, gives you like 2,500 coins, 5,000 coins, just something to earn a little bit more coinage, because as of right now, when you're playing head-to-head, you probably only get about 1,000, 2,000 coins per game, which isn't that much, but getting 5K a game, that's pretty rewarding. Now the next thing I want to talk about, this is for people that have made mistakes, and I've definitely seen a lot of people make mistakes like this. Removing items from sets, just hit like X or something in the set so you can take the item out of the set, because I've seen tons of people, you know, they pull a boss card or something and they accidentally add it to a gold player set or an elite player trading set, and it's just an accident. and usually EA doesn't really give a damn about this, so they won't help you out. Now I have heard a couple of cases of people adding some cards into sets, and they do, you know, get it out of the set, but unfortunately they make it non-auctionable, non-tradable, which is really stupid. You're just able to remove items from sets, or if you know, they bring out these loyalty things and you put all your things into, say, Keekly, and then by the time you are able to get the Keekly with the loyalty badges, you already have an amazing middle linebacker and you want to go change it and switch to, say, the DeAndre Hopkins. They should be able to take items out of the sets. Now this is something, you know, EA might be like, well, you should just decide what you want to do first off. But people make honest mistakes. You know, a lot of people play the game, you know, up to like 2, 3 in the morning trying to grind and get those extra coins, and they accidentally add, you know, their 99 overall players. It's the elite trading sets, and I think I've even done this myself before. Added some very high overall cards into a set, and unfortunately there's no way to get it back. Now the next thing is going to be badges. Now I know a lot of this stuff is in 2K and some other games, but I really think we should bring in stuff from other video games into Madden just to incorporate the best from every single franchise. So we have badges. Now in 2K there's some things like catch and shoot, corner specialist, deep range deadeye, and limitless range. Now my favorite one is probably limitless range because you can shoot from literally like half court and just drain that shit. So in Madden they could do it, say, it might be a little bit hard. Maybe they give someone badges. Now this would sort of be like a chemistry for a certain player, I guess, with certain tiers. Now the way to activate this may be just by using that card a ton and just upgrading that player. It's not really like an upgrade, it's more of just you've used that player. Once you unleash, you know, certain milestones of that player, you would unlock these badges, which would be really cool. Maybe have a speed one where like it activates during the game. Sometimes you get a little speed boost going up the sidelines, or you get a free aggressive catch, or maybe just make your player very good at aggressive catching. That'd be pretty cool. Or even very elusive after the catch. That'd be a pretty sweet one too. You hit up Odell on a drag route, juke out a defender, and you're gone. Now this one right here is probably my favorite one. Now this was supposedly supposed to be in Madden 15, but it never was, and then 2K incorporated it and they have took off with it. It is dynamic duo cards. Now as you guys can see from 2K, Isaiah Thomas and Avery Bradley. Now in Madden, a good example for this would be Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady. Now what this would do, this is not the same. I posted this on Twitter today to give a little sneak peek, and tons of people seem to think this is the same thing as team chemistries. This is not the same as team chemistries. Team chemistries incorporates, you know, players from this team. This would be certainly 2 players and that's it. Now this would bring a ton of new, you know, ways to build your team, and this would make it really fun. So Tom Brady and Gronk, let's say, so they're both on the field. When they are both on the field, they both get, say, a +2 to speed, a +2 to truck, and a +2 to catch. Now obviously that would help both of them, and maybe even a throw short in there. Now that is a lot, but I believe in 2K you get like 4 added things, and they're all like +4 to both of those players. So a tons of different duos you could do for that. And then you can have on the defensive side, say, Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas, 2 of the Legion of Boom players. They get a +2 to tackle, man coverage, zone coverage, and acceleration. That would be super sweet, and there's tons of different duos you can make. You can make a duo for basically every team. Jaguars, Allen Hurns and Allen Robinson. Cowboys, you got Dak and Zeke. Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates. You got Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Defensively, you have Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor. You have, for the Panthers, you have Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. Then you have over here, you got Chris Harris and Aqib Talib for the Broncos. There's just a tons of different duos that you could say, oh, this makes perfect sense. They should get a bonus for having both of these players. And this will make, you know, team builders very sweet, because you could do a team builders of just dynamic duos, and that would be insane. Now the last thing that I want to talk about is going to be the market tracker. Now this is on Muthead, but I know a lot of people don't use Muthead, and a lot of people don't have Twitter that are in the Madden community, which I definitely suggest making a Twitter, because that's where most people get their information from for even making videos, or even just in general the night before they do leaks and stuff. So definitely make a Twitter and follow EA Sports Mutt. I definitely suggest that you do that. But Muthead does have a market tracker, but I believe there should be one in the game. This would help out the newer players for, you know, figuring out what cards are going up in price, what cards are going down in price, and they can kind of see what happens after a promo. Because usually after a promo, what you want to do is during the promo buy the lowest overall cards that are in the promo at their lowest point, and then as soon as the promo is over, usually those lower overall cards like the Easter or the Thanksgiving Tony Romo and Adrian Amos this year, they shot up in price as soon as the promo was over. So if you invested in those, you made a ton of your coins back, and that's an easy investment tip for you guys as well for Madden 18 when it does come out. But the market tracker would be very cool because people can kind of study that and kind of get better at using the market to their advantage, like a lot of investment people do. And also you can see some snipes on there, which would be pretty cool. But those are some things that I think should be in Madden 18, a very in-depth video. Once again, shout out to Combine Artworks, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I know some of these, or most of these things were from 2K, but I think it's because 2K has some very interesting things in their game. These are some things that I believe we should get in Ultimate Team. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, and also comment down below if you think I missed out on anything. I will see you guys next time.